Mind is calm. That calm mind is called the lotus of the heart lotus. It is in that calm mind you quietly repeat the words Achindyam, Avyaktam, Anandarupam, Shivam, Prashantam, Amridam, Brahmayonim, Adi Madhyanda Vihinam, Egam, Vibhum, Chidanandam, Arubam, Adbhudam. Those words. You quietly repeat those words and try to feel the meaning of those words. Achindyam, Avyaktam, Anandarupam, Shivam, Prashantam, Amridam, Brahmayoni, Adi Madhyanda Vihinamegam, Vibhum, Chidanandam, Arubam, Adbhudam. So those words, those 12 words are the 12 petals of the heart lotus. The heart lotus has 12 petals. So those 12 words you keep repeating mentally. Achindyam Avyaktam Anantarupam, Shivam Prashantam Amridam Brahmayonim, Adi Madhyanda Vihinam Egam, Vibhum Chidanandam Arubam Adbhudam. Then you visualize Lord Shiva, Uma beside him, Shiva with the jada, vibhudi, tiger skin, blue neck, vasugi around his neck, and the Trishul, and the Kamandalu, and the Yoga Dand. So visualize the visual meditation. By this meditation, you are able to calm down your mind and then transcend the mind and drop into the bliss, oceanic bliss. The meditator has to do only these practices, and the rest shall happen. Pradasmarami hridi samspuradaatmatatum Sache sukham paramaham sagyatim turiyam Yasupna jagara sushuptam avedi nityam Tad brahma nishkalamaham Naja bhuda sankha. Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Naja Bhuta Sankaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Agajanana Patmarkam, Gajanana Maharnisham, Anekadantam Bhaktanam, Ekadantam Upasmahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now please open your eyes. That's just a taste of the meditation which we have been learning. So we are coming to the Atman's various roles, role playing. Atman plays roles. Wearing the costume of the Stula Sharira, Sushma Sharira and Karana Sharira, Atman is playing various roles. When you wear the Stula Sharira, he is the waker, Sushma Sharira is the dreamer, Karana Sharira is the sleeper. And when he realizes all these Shariras are myth or mithya, they come and go, they are not absolutely real. When he realizes that, then he moves to the fourth stage of consciousness. And while he is wearing these bodies, he may move from one body to another body. Stula, Sushma, Karana, Sharira, and Sharira Andara. Another Sharira also he can move, the Atma. So we are immortal, that's the idea being given there. So from this Atman was born all the elements and the elementals and all the 14 logas, everything is born from this Atman. That's why we say the world is Vishnumayam, Chinmayam, Chidvilasam, etc. The world is a play of consciousness. So the Brahman, the Atman, which is very subtle, Tada Tomeva, that is me, that's my essential nature. So whenever you say I, though apparently you refer to the body or the mind or memory or the ego, the true meaning of the I is something beyond all this. That one has to realize. And in that realization is your freedom, your moksha, your bliss and your beatitude. So Tumeva, Tada Tumeva, that you are is being repeated. Now, let's read the 17th verse. Jagra Swapna Sushuptyadi Prapanjam Yat Prakashade Tad Brahmahamidi Jnatva Sarvabandhai Pramuchyade. The question is that, what is that light? What is that light in which Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti experiences are available or shining up? There should be some lights of consciousness which awares, which experiences these three states, Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti. So that light in which the Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti appear and disappear, because when Jagrat comes, Swapna disappears. When Swapna comes, Jagrat disappears. So they are mutually exclusive. They sublate each other. You cannot be both a dreamer and a waker unless you are in a Vedanta class. There you can be both the dreamer and waker, because you don't know whether you are dreaming or waking, or you are not clear. But otherwise, they are distinct experiences. The waker has to disappear when the dreamer appears. When the dreamer has to disappear when the sleeper appears. Sleeper has sleep experience, dreamer has dream experience, waker has waker experience. So this entire complex, dreaming, waking, sleeping, all these are illumined by what power? That's called Brahman. It is in that Brahman these appear and disappear. Therefore that Brahman is your essential nature. Tada Brahma ahamidi jnatva. By knowing that, sarvabandhehi pramuchade. You are liberated from all bondages. So sarvabandhehi pramuchyate. So bandhai means these attachments, thinking that these are real, these are useful, thinking that you attach with them. Now you are not attached. You allow them to come and go. You don't try to stop them. You let them flow. When you let them flow, then you are free. If you stop them, then you are bound. So therefore, let these experiences keep flowing. Watch them, enjoy them, and then you are free from them. Tat sarvabandhehi pramuchyate. Continuing. Trishu dhamasu yad bhogyam bhokta bhogascha yad bhavet tebhyo vilakshana sakshi chinmatroham sadashivaha. So earlier it was that Brahma aham, that Brahma aham. So he uses the word Brahma, Chida, Shiva. Various words are used to indicate this state. So in this mantra, Trishu dhamasu yada bhogyam bhokta bhogascha. The Tribudi. Tribudi means experiencer, experienced object, and experiencing. That is called Tribudi. So, Trishu dhamasu, in these three stages. What are the three stages? Dream, sleep, and waking. These are the three stages or three theaters. Trishu dhamasu yada bhogyam. What is bhogyam? What is experienced in the waking and dream and sleep state? Bhogyam. Bhokta, the experiencer, the dreamer, waker, and sleeper. Bhoga, the experience, the connection between them. So all this is called the Tribudi, experiencer, experienced object, and experiencing, meaning their encounters, their interactions. So when I eat my breakfast is the bhogyam, which I enjoy. And I, the eater of the breakfast, is the bhokta. And my taste buds enjoying the food, and then I say it is a good breakfast. That experience is called bhogam, bhoga. So bhogam, bhokta, bhogyam. So in the dream state, the dreamer is the bhokta, dream world is the bhogyam, and dreaming is the bhogam. Similarly in the waking world and the sleep world. Now for example, my words are food for you. You are listening to the words of the speaker. So these words which you are listening is bhogyam. Bhogyam means that which you enjoy. And you, the one who listen, is called the bhokta. And the experience that you generate as a result of this encounter is called bhogam. So waking world. Similarly the dream world. Similarly the sleep world. So collectively you can say the waking world, dream world, sleep world, whatever you experience is called bhogyam. Collectively you can say the dreamer, waker, sleeper is called the bhokta. Collectively the dream contact, the waking contact, and the sleep contact is called bhogam. So bhokta, bhogam, bhogyam. Bhogascha yad bhaved. Tebhyaha vilakshanaha. I am separate from all this. Isn't it? When you listen to the speaker, you know you are listening the words. You are listening. You know you are listening, you are not hearing the words. Isn't it? And you know you are listening, not anybody else. Is it not clear? So you know that the words are listened by you. You know that you are listening the words. You know you are listening the words, nobody else. So that I listen these words. All the three are illumined in consciousness. That is why it becomes an experience. Otherwise it doesn't become an experience. Otherwise it will be a mechanical process. So since you aware all this, You are aware, even the awarer of the words. Since you do all that, you are other than all this. Meaning you are not the waker, not the sleeper, not the dreamer, because they appear and disappear in you like waves appear and disappear in an ocean. That is freedom. That knowledge is freedom. There is no other freedom. Otherwise we are all bound. This knowledge is true moksham. So tebhyaha vilakshanaha sakshiyaham. So you become a sakshi, a witness. Sakshiyaham. And that sakshi is chinmatraha, chid, pure consciousness. That's me. Sada Shiva. So as a chid, I am always Shiva, at peace, peaceful, blissful. Shiva means blissful, peaceful, auspiciousness. So I am the pure consciousness, not the body, not the mind. So this you have to repeat again and again. That is what his meditation is all about. Repeat Shivoham, 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 and see that truth. Not Shava. You are not a Shava. Shava means the body. Shava means the mind. Because they are born and they appear and disappear. They are subject to birth and death. That's why they are called Shava. So I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am not the ego, I am not memories, because they appear and disappear. I am the one who knows all this. So that way, Chinmatraha aham sada Shivaha. This is for meditation. This is for your experience. So when you sit in meditation, you are using these words to understand who you really are. So you are the sakshi, the witness. Continuing. Mayyeva sakalam jadam, mayi sarvam pratisthidam, mayi sarvam layam yadi, tad brahma dvayamasmyaham. All these are meditation verses. Mayi eva sakalam jadam. In me everything is born. Thoughts, emotions, experiences, everything is born in me when I wake up. Mayi eva sakalam jadam, mayi sarvam pratisthidam. And all are experienced in me. They appear in me, they exist in me. It's not like, when you produce a child, the child doesn't exist in you, child goes away from you. But here it is born from the self, exists in the self, exists in me, pratisthidam, mayi eva layam yadi. So the idea is, when you wake up, thoughts arise in you. First is the ego, I. The first thing which appears when you wake up is the I thought, isn't it? You stretch yourself, wake up, open your eyes. First thing is I thought, I am thought comes. Then I need a cup of coffee, thought comes. Coffee thought comes. Then, but there is no sugar. You try to put a cup of coffee together, but then you see there is no sugar or milk. Then, let me go to the shop, thought comes. When you go there, the shop is closed, band. Then your political thought comes. This way your mind expands from one to the other. Like a spider creates his web, jumping from here to there, you create a web of the world. And then after some time, by evening, you are so tired, you go to slowly, thought after thought leaves you. All collapse. And finally, the last thought when you go to sleep is the I thought. Last thought is, I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. Then sleep also goes, I, and then you. So I thought, the other thoughts, and then based upon that more thoughts, so you create the web of life like that. So from that standpoint, you create your world like a spider, then you get caught up in that web, and then some innocent bugs come and get caught up, then you eat that bug. So you become a predator. There is a prey and predator relationship. And ultimately you yourself, then let's say cat comes and licks you up and that the spider also is gone. This is how the world is all about. So really, you are free above all this. So, Mayeva Sakalam Jadam, Mayi Sarvam Pradishchidam. So, the idea that you are the world that you experience. You are the world. That's not different from you are the thought that you create. Everything exists, everything manifests, everything resolves in you. When you know that, you are free. So, Mayeva Sakalam Jadam, Mayi Sarvam Pratishtidam, Mayi Sarvam Layam Yadi, Tad Brahma Dvayamasmyaham. That Brahman I am, that consciousness I am. And that consciousness is Advayam, because there is nothing other than this. There is nothing other than this consciousness. So, by the time your idea of that I am the body, etc., all goes, body is just a bubble that appears in you. It comes and goes, just a bubble. You are that oceanic bliss. That we realize. Mayi sarvam layam yadi tad brahma advayamasmyaham. Why advayam? Because from this standpoint, there is nothing other than this pure consciousness. Continuing. Anoraniya nahameva tadvad mahanaham vishwamaham vichitram Puradanoham purushohamishaha hiranmayoham shivarupamasmi. So this man sitting under a tree, bearing only a kaupinam, possessing nothing, he dares to say like this. He has nothing, nothing to own. In Nishkinchana, he has nothing to own. Why he has nothing to own? Because there is nothing other than himself to own. There is other than himself to own. That is how you become Nishkin. There is nothing to own, he says. And when you know that I have nothing to own, then you become everything. I have nothing to own. And when you know that you have nothing to own, you have nothing to give up. That is sannyasa. Sannyasa is knowing that you have nothing to give up. If you have something to give up, then you can throw it away. Sannyasa is a state where you own nothing and you have nothing to give up because you are everything. Therefore, anoraniya nahameva tadvad mahanaham vishwamaham vijitram. The smallest atom, anu, the smallest in the world, I am that. And the biggest, the interstellar, Milky Way and all that, that also is me. Everything is my own projection. I am smaller than the small, bigger than the big. So anoraniyan, anoho aniyan, smaller than the smallest. Tadvad mahanaham vishwamaham vijitram. I am this vichitra, this manifold world I am. So when you realize this, experientially, you feel a kind of, as I was telling earlier, you feel loving toward the whole world. You feel in love, you feel embracing the whole world. You feel the whole world is nothing but your own extension. That kind of a feeling comes. A kind of fearlessness arises. So, mahanaham vishwamaham vichitram. Puradanoham, I was always there. There was no time when I was not there, because I am beyond time. Puradanoham, purayava navamaham, puradanoham, purushahaham, I am the Purusha, the pure consciousness. Ishahaham, I am the Lord, because I control everything. Everything is in me. Ishaha, hiranmayoham, my nature is pure light. Hiranmaya means luminosity. I am luminous. Hiranmayoham, Shivarupamasmi, I am Shiva. Keep on repeating this. Whether you Feel it or not, keep on repeating it. There is no harm. There is no harm in repeating this. Every day you repeat. Anoraniyan ahameva taddut mahanaham vishwamaham vijitram puradanoham shivar purushoham ishaha hiranmayoham shivarupam asmi. Keep on repeat. So this repetition will give you insight. Then an insight will come. Keep on repeating. Then you will understand, because somebody experienced it. It's their words. Somebody experienced it and they are reporting. It is not the words of a deluded mad person. Westerner, some of the Westerners told this is a mad person's prattlings. Because it doesn't make any sense. How can you be the whole universe? How can you be the ground of the whole universe? How can you create a world by a thought? So it seems it's the mad blabberings of a deluded, hungry person. When you are hungry, deprived of food and oxygen, then you start deluding like this. So the rishis, sat without food and in a cave without oxygen, so the brain deludes all this. No. These rishis were very solid people. They were practical people, solid people. They could conduct their life in the world very intelligently. So they are not prattling or blabbering of a hungry or of a person of deprivation. It is the result of deep contemplation. So keep repeating this. Anoraniyan ahameva taddut mahanaham vishwamaham vijitram puradanoham purushoham ishaha hiranmayoham shivarumas. So what you find is, they use a cluster of words. These words are not sentences. They are not sentences. Each word should take you to that center. When I use like a word like, hey Ram, bring that cow, take this stick and bring that cow. To make sense out of that sentence, you must know every meaning of every word. Suppose I say, hey Ram, then he is alert. Then I have to say, bring that cow. Then he has to go and bring the cow. Take this stick. So you have to know those words by themselves doesn't make sense. That word has to be used in the context of other words. But here, Shiva itself will make sense. So they are not sequential words. They are independent silos of words. They are not sequential. So if you can get one word, Shiva, is enough. Or Chid is enough. Or Advayam is enough. So these are all words meditating on which you can transcend. That's why you find repetition in this. Repetition. They are called Lakshana Vakyas. So just one word is enough. So otherwise you may use Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Shiva, all those words, thinking that these are all different deities. They are not different deities. They all indicate the same thing. In Vedanta we say, Coffee Priyaha Subramanya. Coffee Priya Subramanya indicate one person, isn't it? Subramanian is Coffee Priya. Sundara. Sundara Vadanaha. Sundara Vadanaha, Coffee Priya Subramanya means how many people are there? 3 people? There is only one person. Coffee Priyaha, Sundaravadanaha, Subramanya, all one person. Similarly, Shiva, Vishnu, Maheshwara all indicate the same thing. Satyam, Jnanam, Anandam indicate the same thing. So one word is enough to pitchfork you into that dimension, to push you into that dimension. One word is enough. That's why these words are used not sequentially, but independently. Each word is independent. They are called Samanadhikarana. They all enjoy the same adhikarana, same base. Now continuing. Apanipadoham ajindya shaktihi pashyamya jakshu sashrunomyakarnaha aham vijanami vivikta rupaha najasti vetta mama chissadaham apani padoham. In me, there is no instruments like pani, pada, hands and legs. Atman has no hands and legs. But hands and legs cannot function without the Atma. But Atma itself has no hands and legs. So Atman uses it as an instrument. So therefore, apani, so the defect of the pada and the pani doesn't affect you. Suppose you lost one hand, amputated. That does not mean you are a disabled person. No. That particular limb is not there, but you are beyond that. So an enlightened person doesn't define himself according to what he has. He will define himself according to what he is. What he has or what he doesn't have doesn't matter. So you lose one eye, doesn't matter. Now you know I have no eye, that's it. Earlier you know I have an eye, now you know that I don't have an eye. But you are beyond both. Having and not having doesn't affect you. So apani padoham, in the self there is neither hand nor leg, meaning you are free from beyond the organs of motor organs of action. Achintya shaktihi, and it is your true nature cannot be grasped by thinking. Because thinking is a great tool that modern people use. Rational thinking, analytical, rational, binary thinking. By thinking you can understand the objective world, not the subjective world. To understand the subjective world, you have to meditate. You have to observe, you have to watch. Not analysis. So, apani padoham achintya shakti pashyami achakshuhu. I use this facility of the eyes to see things. It's not the eye which is seeing, I am seeing through the eyes. But in me there are no eyes. The eyes come and go. So therefore, pashyami achakshuhu. I see, eyes do not see, I see through the eyes. I see. Don't you say that? I see. I see through the eyes, but eyes themselves don't see. I see through the window. If I shut the window, I don't see. I see through the window, but it's not the window which sees. So pashyami achakshuhu. In me there are no eyes. So if when eye is gone, it doesn't affect me. Na sa shrunomi akarnaha. I hear without the ears. In me there are no ears, but I see. Meaning the ears cannot hear without me. Aham vijanami vivikta rupaha. And I know everything. In me every knowledge happens. I am vijanami. Vivikta rupa, I am very subtle. Vivikta rupa, I am very subtle. Very subtle. Najasti vetta mama chissadaham. So I know everything, but nothing knows me. I am not an object of knowledge. I am the eternal subject. I can never be objectified. I am the knower. There is no further knower to know me. So that's my nature. Najasti vetta mama chida sada aham. Mama vetta najasti. Nobody can know me. I am eternally subjective. I can objectify everything. I myself cannot be objectified. And because I am chid sada aham, I am always chid. I am always light. So let me take the example of the light. The light illumines itself and illumines everything, isn't it? Nothing illumines the light. Light illumines itself luminous and illumines other objects. That's your stage. Chissadaham. So I run through this because I already explained all this. Now we have to use these words again and again and again to stay there, to stay in that state. Vedairanegairahameva Vedyah Vedantagrit Vedavideva Chaham Na Punyapape Mama Nasti Nashaha Na Janma Dehendriya Buddhirasti. Anegehi Vedehi, all the four Vedas and their extension like Mahabharata, Bhagavad, etc. Ramayana, all this. Yoga Sutras, all this. All this ultimately talk about one truth. What is that truth? The Atman. Atman is the ultimate subject matter of all this spiritual literature. Vedehi anegehi ahameva vedya. And where is the Atman? I am that Atman. So ultimately, all the scriptures are talking about you, like the politician says. It is you who is important. All the scriptures are talking about you, the I. I. Vedahamedam Purisham Mahandam Aditya Varnam Tamasaparastad. What are they referring to? The same I. Bhurbhuva Suvahata Savdur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. That Bharga, what is that? The I. Om. What does it mean? The I. So ultimately, all these spiritual literature are focusing on the self. That is the subject matter there. So Vedehi anegehi ahameva vedya. Vedanta kridha veda videvacha. And when you study the Veda, who is studying the Veda? I. What is the Veda talking about? Me. So the one who study the Veda, the ignorant I, that ignorant I study the Veda and ignorance is removed and the I is revealed. Vedanta Kridha. And who conceived all the Vedas? Me. It's a divine monoact. You created the Veda, you are talking about yourself, and finally you who study the Veda, you yourself. So why all this? Why all this? Some young men ask, why all this? Why all this? This is how the existence discovers itself on an ongoing basis. By creating structures, exploring itself, and creating more structures, exploring itself, creating dualities, collapsing dualities. Existence enjoys itself. It's a play of consciousness. So that's why when you are full and complete, you can play with all this. So why it doesn't just sit down quietly? Why doesn't it sit down quietly? Because it's overflowing with energy. Overflowing with energy. It has a quiet state, potential state, then comes to kinetic state, then go to potential state. So this swing between quietude and activity is the play of consciousness. When you're overflowing with the music in your heart, will you sit down quietly? You don't. You have to say. You have to sing. So the Brahman is overflowing with energy, with ideas. So it wants to play, display. If you have no music in your heart, you will sit quiet. Why are you sitting? Why are you not singing? Because I don't know singing. But if you know it, then you'll have to say it. You'll have to express it. A cow, its udder is full of milk. The cow has to shed the milk. It's a barren cow, there is no milk. So Brahman is so full. It has to overflow. It has to express. It has to play. Like children. Children are so full of energy. They run around for no reason. It runs there, run here, and the parents are so tired because they have no energy. So Brahman is full of such energy, and that you are. So you create your own structures, your own field. Jagatrayam sambhava nartanastali nadadi rajocha atra parashiva swayam sabha nada ranga idi vyavasthidihi surubada shakti yudat prayukta. Like Shiva. Shiva creates his theaters, field. Shiva creates his audience. Shiva dances. Then when the whole thing is over, he meditates. Again he wakes up. Again he dances. So this is the play of Brahman. Leela Nyayavadha, he says. So don't ask me why Brahman is doing all this. For him, there is no effort. There is no effort. It is effortless. Effortlessly, all thing is happening. So you also, when you are full of energy, you will express it. Brahman is of eternal energy. Eternal energy. You can keep. And that Brahman you are. So, Vedair Anegai Ahameva Vedyaha, Vedanta. We have a false notion that once you realize Brahman, you will sit quite like a piece of stone. Oh, yes. Attained Samadhi. When you attain Samadhi, you should sit in Padmasana doing nothing, not even breathing. That's not true. Brahman is like a flowery tree. It flowers and foliage and flowers and fruits and swaying in the wind and shining in the sunlight and birds coming and making noises. That's what Brahman is. Brahman is not a dry stump of a tree. Brahman is like a peacock, colorful plumes, and it is dancing and spreading its wings, and when it sees the clouds and sunrise, there is a lot of celebration.